Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Vince. This is David. We just closed on his property. I bought it, and we are here to tell you about the process of me buying his house. David, number one, I would just like to thank you for doing business with me.
My pleasure.
With us. I do definitely recognize that there is a lot of competition out there now. You definitely have a lot of options, and I am forever grateful for any contract that I get, each and every contract that I get, especially this property, because this particular contract is going to start off our New Year's. And of course, we're real estate investors. This is how we make our living. We don't find deals. We don't eat, pretty much. So I just want to let you know how grateful I am for you signing a contract with me.
Absolutely.
All right. So we'll jump into pretty much. Let me just start off by asking you, how did you come across me?
Well, I had an inherited house, and we had a renter in it, and they'd been good. Then we had some renters that weren't good.
Okay.
So then we started thinking about, well, now we need to sell this house. My brother who lives out of state and I talked about it. And I'd been getting mailers from a lot of different people, saw signs in the roadway, saw things in the newspaper, and you sent me a mailer. And I decided that I was going to call up several of those folks, and I did. You were one of them. And each of you came in. I think I ended up with about 10 bids for the house.
Okay.
You were not the high bidder.
Okay.
You were close, but you were not the high bidder.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I didn't like the high bidder.
Okay.
I liked you.
All right. Well,
So
makes me feel
I gave
good.
up a little bit of the money to have somebody that I wanted to work with. Seemed honest and sincere, straightforward, and was going to do everything he could to help get this deal done. And you did.
That makes me feel good, David. So let me ask you: when I come out to the property, when you initially called me, how long after that did I come out to the property?
I don't recall for certain, but it was within a day or two.
Right.
Simply, it was more my schedule than yours. You were willing to come right away.
Right. Was it not the same day? It may have been the same day.
Could have been.
May have not. It may have not. I know I always push for the same day.
Yeah, I can't remember. Like I said, I saw 10 people over about a 3-day period. So.
And I thought I was the only one. You were dating at the time. But
No, I told you up front that that wasn't the case.
No, I'm just messing with you.
No exclusivity at that point.
So I think you did mention to me that you did have a higher offer on it, right?
That is correct.
What about that higher offer? Why didn't you go with the higher offer? When you say you didn't like him and you liked me,
he just didn't seem to be a straight shooter to me. Right. I thought I was getting the line, if you will.
Okay.
Not exactly sure how to define that.
I understand.
Pretty good judge of character, and I didn't like his.
All right. All right, perfect. So from that point on, I know your brother, who's not here, he's also was another. He's the other second half of the on the seller side. He's in Florida.
That's correct.
All right. Did he have to come up here?
No.
Okay. How easy was that process?
That was fairly simple. Once he and I narrowed it down, and I told him all the offers and said why I wanted to go with you, he said, "Great, I trust your judgment." You gave me an offer. Prior to that, probably took us 10 days to get done with that. From that point on, it was fairly simple. Wasn't as fast as either of us thought it might go, because we have to ship documents to Florida. He's a busy guy, and he wasn't always at home and couldn't always sign them right away. But he got to them as quick as he could, and we got them back to you. And if there was ever any kind of an issue, you were right, Johnny, on the spot to go find a way to fix
So
that
when I
problem.
initially made you the offer, all right, did anything change with my offer?
No, never changed.
Okay.
I think at that point I still had a couple more people to get offers from that were going to come the next day. because I couldn't do but so many in one day, because I tried to schedule it so that nobody would overlap with another one. Everybody knew other people were doing it, but I didn't really want anybody to have to deal with the other bidders.
Right, I got you.
And that went pretty well. So once everybody was in, and my brother and I made the decision, we were off and running.
Okay, so pretty much from the day we signed the contract, because I'm thinking back, I think you actually took, probably about a month or so to actually sign the contract, and I sent it over to you. Perfectly fine. You got to do your due diligence. I completely understand that. So after we signed, I think it may have took us about 30 days to close.
About that,
Right. And it would have actually been a lot less, I will say, if it wasn't for like the holidays.
Well, I went out of town for 2 weeks in the first part of December, and then along came Christmas, so we lost about 3 weeks in there of actual time. So it's probably more like, honestly, 60 days for it to close, but 30 of those weren't anything to do with you.
Right.
I was unavailable to do the things that I needed to do.
All right.
So we'd have done it in 30 days if it hadn't been the month we were going to travel.
I was hoping to close in 10. I like to get them done in 10 to 14, but we can only work with the time that we have.
Yeah.
So pretty much, guys, at the end of the day, we stick to our number that we offer you. We don't come back and try to renegotiate. What we sign for on paper is what we will follow up on. We are true to what we sign in the contract. We understand that a legally binding contract is a legally binding contract. We do not make offers based on what everybody else makes their offer on. We make our offers based on what we have to be able to get the property up for in order to make the amount of money that we need to make off of it. And I always like to have make sure that both me and the seller is getting a fair shake. I do not sign contracts unless I genuinely believe that the seller is getting the best offer that he can. He mentioned that he had an offer that was higher. A lot of times a higher offer is not the best offer. It all depends on where that investor is getting their funds from, who they're using to close, and a bunch of other things. We make our offers. When we make our offers, we are certain that we can close at that price, and we are certain that we are able to follow through on everything that we include in that contract. And I just thank you for signing a contract with me. I do not take any contract for granted. I definitely understand that you have to get out here in today's market and go find deals, and you have to be able to satisfy and follow up based on which you sign a contract. And we really have a lot of pride in our ability to be able to keep our word and do what we say we're going to do. And again, Mr. Savage,
I tell everybody that you did everything you just said.
It was a pleasure. You heard it from the man himself. And see you guys on the next one.